All right, Shalom. I'm going to start off by giving praises to Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shah, Bahashim, Rakakadash. Yeah, which in the ancient Hebrew tongue would be the correct name of the Heavenly Father and the Son, Salaki. If you don't know, we are the Hebrew Israelites. We are God's chosen people. We are the people of this book. It's King James 16:11. The only Bible you so-called black, Latino, Native Americans, some of Indian leaders should be reading. Because you don't know who you are. If you don't know, your forefather's name was Jacob. And Jacob's name was changed into Israel. So you are the Israelites and God's chosen people. And if you want to know where you came from, we're going to go to the book of Genesis, chapter 25, verse 25. I'm going to show you who Esau and Jacob were twin brothers. Esau was Jacob's older brother. And Esau was the progenitor of the so-called white man, if you didn't know. Because a lot of you Israelites, you know what's going on, you just don't care. But you're going to care when a famine hits this land, just like the Bible said. You're really going to care when you don't have the money to feed your kids or your own self. Because you black people, you've become just as arrogant as the Edomites. You've become worse. You've superseded the wicked, it tells you in the Bible. And God is going to destroy and kill 2/3 of y'all. He's going to destroy you through nuclear fire. He's going to destroy you through race wars. He's going to send these devils in like a flood. And he's going to handle you niggas with the devil, which is the so-called white man. Check this out. This is from the book of Genesis, chapter 25, verse 25. Well, let's go 25, 22. 21. And Isaac entreated the Lord for his wife because she was barren. And the Lord entreated of him, and Rebekah, his wife, conceived. And if you don't know, through the Spirit, Isaac was Christ. And the children struggled together within her, and she said, if it be so, why am I thus? And she went to inquire of the Lord, Yahweh Bahashim Yahweh Shah. So she went to the prophet and asked the prophet, why are these two babies struggling inside me? If I'm blessed with two babies inside of me, pretty much, what's going on? And the Lord said unto her, two nations are in thy womb, and two manner of people. Two nations were in her womb, and two different kinds of people. The prophet told her. And two manner of people shall be separated from thy bowels, and the one people shall be stronger than the other people, and the elder shall serve the younger. Yes, who's the stronger one? The so-called black, Latino, and Native Americans. That was the stronger nation inside of her, which was Jacob. And the elder shall serve the younger. Yeah, the elder, you're going to see who the elder was. The one who comes out first is the oldest son out of the twins. Okay? The elder shall serve, and verse 24, and when her days to be delivered were fulfilled, behold, there were twins in her womb. And the first came out red. So the first baby came out red. There's color right here in the book of Revelation. You guys say the Bible don't deal with color, but red is a sign, is a symbol of danger, if you will. You got red stop signs, you got, red street lights, but let's get to the point. The first came out red all over like a hairy garment, and they called his name Esau. So Esau, Edom, throughout the Bible has issues with these nations of people. The Edomites came from this first man that came out red all over. Okay, and they call his name Esau, verse 26. And after that came his brother out. You notice how they don't mention the color of the second baby? And after that, after the red one came out, came his brother out, and his hand took hold on Esau's heel, and his name was called Jacob. So this is your forefather. This is your forefather Jacob, whose name later on was changed to Israel, which would mean Prince of Power. And Isaac was 80 years old when she bare him. Isaac was 60 years old. when he had these twin boys with Rebekah. And the boys grew, and Esau was a cunning hunter. Esau, the red one, was a cunning hunter. So if you look at the attributes of Esau today, he still hunts. He likes to trap animals and whatnot. And the boys grew, and Esau was a cunning hunter, a man of the field, and Jacob was a plain man dwelling in tents. Yeah, so Jacob, he just liked to chill at the crib, like you so-called black Latinos and natives like to do today. Y'all ain't really known for hunting, going in the woods, setting traps, hunting coons, shooting bears, killing animals just for the sake of killing them. Some of them do it for the meat, some of them do it for sport, what have you. But the point is, Esau is a cunning hunter. That's one of his attributes. Remember, we're focused on the attributes of these two nations that were inside the womb of Rebekah. And verse 27, the boys grew, and Esau was a cunning hunter, a man of the field. Jacob was a plain man, dwelling in tents. Verse 28, and Isaac loved Esau because he ate of his venison, but Rebekah loved Jacob. So Jacob was kind of like a mama's boy, like a lot of you so-called blacks are today, the Latinos and natives. A lot of y'all is mama's boys, man. And you know why? Just watch the movie Baby Boy. It describes to a T how you so-called blacks be acting in America, the hood. And you ain't ashamed of it. You guys are proud of those movies. You think it makes you look good. But you're really, those actors, man, they're nothing but a bunch of sellouts. Because they're not telling you you're an Israelite. They could care less. They're still doing these podcasts about nothing. Who's the best rapper and rap history and BS. While there's a war, World War III is brewing. That's why the Lord got to destroy 2/3 of y'all. 29, and Jacob sowed pottage, and Esau came from the field, and he was faint. So Esau came in from hunting. He was tired. And Esau said to Jacob, feed me, I pray thee, with that same red pottage, for I am faint. Therefore was his name called Edom, which means red. So he basically came out of the field hungry, whatever, and he's telling his brother Jacob, who was a brown-skinned man, feed me, I pray thee, with the same red pottage. He said, I don't care if it's raw. The stew was still raw, man, and he wanted some. He wanted it. For I am faint, therefore was his name called Edom. And Jacob said, sell me this day thy birthright. This is what this is all about. This is all about a birthright given to a certain nation of people. And Esau said, behold, I am at the point to die, and what profit shall this birthright do to me? So he said, to hell with this birthright. He was being a wicked, evil demon. He didn't give a damn about his heritage or his birthright. All he cared about was that raw-ass red stew that Jacob was cooking. It wasn't even done yet. And Jacob said, sell me this day thy birthright. Esau said, behold, I am at the point to die, and what profit shall this birthright be to me? He said, to hell with the birthright, give me the food. And Jacob said, swear to me this day. And he swore unto him, and he sold his birthright to Jacob. So we didn't trick them out of their birthright. Jacob didn't trick Esau out of his birthright. Esau gave it up willingly. Let me read that again. Jacob said, swear to me this day, this is verse 33. And he swore unto him, and he sold his birthright to Jacob. That's crystal clear in the Bible. We didn't steal his birthright. He sold it. He was wicked and evil. He sold his birthright. And Jacob gave Esau bread and pottage of lentils, and he did eat and drink, and rose up and went his way. Thus Esau despised his birthright. So now, after he sold his birthright, he's just hating. And you got that same spirit on the earth today. In regards to the so-called white man, the Edomites. They despise you to this day. Right? And eventually it goes on to where Jacob gets the blessing, going to go to the blessing that Isaac gave Esau and Jacob. This all can be fit into this time, in this time zone, or this timeline. This Bible fits in every time zone. That's what you dumb blacks and Latinos don't get. You think you know everything. But why don't you admit how you got to go to your oppressors for every damn thing? You want to ignore the fact that they're killing you every day for no reason, other than the fact that they hate you for your blessing. All right? Alright? And this is Esau's blessing. We're talking about Esau. We're trying to pinpoint certain people on the planet Earth that the Bible describes as Satan, the devil, the wicked. He has different names for these certain people. Esau, Edom, the Edomites. Alright? And if you don't know, you're about to know. And if you don't care, well, the Lord ain't going to care when the destruction comes. You black people start killing each other out here for a loaf of bread. Or these white people just come in and with the street sweeper and just take y'all out. Because that's what they're really waiting for. But you guys want to keep going to work every day and act like everything's all good and say, oh, I'll cross that bridge when I get there. No, you ain't. You ain't going to cross no bridge. Your ass going to fall headlong right off the bridge. And Isaac answered and said unto Esau, behold, I have made him thy Lord. So Isaac made Jacob Esau's Lord. We are literally Lord over these people, the Israelites. And all his brethren have I given to him for servants. And with corn and wine have I sustained him. And what shall I do now unto thee? Yeah, the corn and wine represents the kingdom. We got the corn and the wine and the oils. All these things represent blessings from the Most High. And Esau said unto his father, hast thou but one blessing, my father? Bless me, even me also, O my father. And Esau lifted up his voice and wept. Yeah, so Esau was being a little bitch. After he sold his birthright, now he want to come back and be a demon and start crying and trying to make Isaac feel sorry for him. But Isaac already had everything was already pre-written and ordained by the Most High. Verse 39. Verse 27, verse 39. I'm in the book of Genesis. And Isaac his father answered and said unto him, behold, thy dwelling shall be the fatness of the earth, and of the dew of the heaven from above. Let's look up fatness of the earth. Best portions. Definition here says best portions of the earth. So who has the best portions of the earth today? Esau, the Edomites. Esau, Edom. So-called white man has the fatness of the earth. They're living deliciously, the Lord said. But now that they're on a decline, they want to come after you black, Latinos, and Native Americans. Why? Because they blame you for everything on the news. Everything's your fault. No matter what happens in the world, they could go and start a war with Russia and all hell break loose. They're going to look at you like you're the problem. When you've done nothing but slave for this man for the past 500 years. Now you're working at McDonald's, their restaurants. Some of y'all are working in different places, make you feel special for the state, dealerships. And you think you made it. But you don't realize that the fatness of the earth belongs to Esau. You have no strength. You might have a little money in the bank, but that don't mean a damn thing. Because the IRS can come and take it anytime they want. They're fat. This is the fatness of the earth belongs to Esau. Verse 40, and by thy sword shalt thou live. This is Esau's blessing right here. And by thy sword shalt thou live. Don't they live by the sword? Don't the Edomites live by the sword? You niggas and you, I'm not even going to say it, but you black and Latinos, man, you got to come and deal with reality, man. These people live by the sword. You cannot deny that. We only live by the sword when we killing each other. They kill everybody on the earth. So we don't want to hear that BS about, oh, well, y'all kill each other. Yeah, okay, but y'all killing us too. So does that make it any better? Is that something to be proud of? You damn serpents. Verse 40, and by the sword shalt thou live, and shalt serve thy brother, and it shall come to pass, when thou shalt have the dominion, that thou shalt break his yoke from off thy neck. Yeah, because the Edomites used to serve us, you know, back and forth. God gave them back the power on the earth. They broke our yoke off their neck. And now they're ruling. Verse 41, and Esau hated Jacob because of the blessing wherewith his father blessed him. See that? Let me read that again, verse 41. Esau hated Jacob because of the blessing wherewith, let's look at the word wherewith, with which. Esau hated Jacob because of the blessing wherewith his father blessed him. And Esau said in his heart, the days of mourning for my father are at hand. Then I would slay my brother Jacob. See, this is the same spirit on the earth today. He said, as soon as my father dies, I'm killing my brother Jacob. Because I hate this nigga. He got the blessing. He played me. This is the mind of the wicked, the mind of the devil. Even though he was the one that sold his blessing willingly, still hated Jacob. This is the bloodline of the Edomites. Jacob was a plain man dwelling in tents. Esau was out killing animals. And ultimately, eventually, he wanted to kill his brother. And there you go, that's the Edomites. That's where the Edomites came from Jacob and Esau. All right? Now, after that, Jacob had 12 sons, and out of those 12 sons came the 12 tribes of Israel. The so-called black man in America, you came from the tribe of Judah. Some of you are from the tribe of Benjamin, the so-called Jamaicans, the Levites, or the so-called Haitians. Reuben, Gad, the Native Americans, Seminole Indians, so forth and so on. So you black Latinos and Native Americans, you are the Israelites. You're not the Edomites, you're the Israelites. And if you didn't know, God is about to destroy this place. All right? If you look at the book of Obadiah, I'm going to go to the book of Isaiah. I believe it's the first chapter. This is God talking about, this whole book talks about the Israelites. All the prophets throughout the whole Bible were sent to the Israelites. So nothing is different today. Nothing is new under the sun. These people took this book and bastardized it and just made up their own religion. But the Lord allowed them to do that because we went off. We started breaking the commandments. And we're doing the same thing to this day. These churches, these pastors are telling you, if you try to keep the commandments, that's a sin. But the Bible don't say that. Christ said, think not that I come to destroy the law or the prophets. But let's look at the book of Isaiah, chapter 1, verse 3. The ox knoweth his owner, and the ass his master's crib. But Israel doth not know, my people doth not consider. Yeah, so you black and Latinos and Native Americans, God in the book of Isaiah, chapter 1, verse 3, is comparing you to some of the dumbest animals on the earth. The ox. The ox knows his owner, and the ass his master's crib. Let's look up the word crib here. Rack, trough, or box of fodder. See that? They know where to eat. They know where they gotta go to live, right? But Israel, you black and Latinos and Native Americans, doth not know. My people doth not consider. Yeah, you don't consider who the hell you. When we come to you and we're trying to show you something, the only thing you're considering is if you got a gold chain on. How much money does he have? Is he successful? Why should I listen to you? Because the God of this world has deceived you. Esau, the so-called white man, has deceived you people into thinking that money is everything. But you're going to find out real soon when the missiles hit that your money ain't going to do a damn thing for you. You and your money are going to perish in America. Stupid black people. Verse 4, a sinful nation. That's you black and Latinos and natives. He's talking to Israel. A sinful, verse 4, sinful nation, a people laden with iniquity, a seed of evildoers. That's you black Latinos and natives. You guys are some of the most wicked people on the planet Earth today. You don't want to come back to who you are. You don't want to stop selling drugs. You don't want to stop being idolaters. Meaning you only focus on money and success while all hell's breaking loose around you. So God compares you to an ox and an ass. A damn donkey and a cow. That's what the Lord freaking compare you people to. But do you want to wake up? No, you want to be insulted. Instead of saying, hey, is there some truth to this? First thing you do is scoff and laugh and act like a coon. But you ain't going to scoff and laugh when these nations come in here with the UN and start blowing you away and throwing you in FEMA camps. Guess what? Who's going to be laughing then? The prophets are going to be laughing, and God's going to be laughing at your calamity. All this is so God can have a good time and laugh at you dummies. Because you only got about 3 months left before these stores get emptied out. And this devil ain't going to give you nothing to eat. He's going to sit there and watch you starve and die in the street the same way they do today. You look around, these Edomites, they come, they just stroll in and out everywhere like they run the damn world, like this is their earth. This earth belongs to the Israelites. It tells you in the Apocrypha that the world was made for our sake, for the Israelites. You guys don't want to stake your claim to what's yours. You don't want rulership. You love being niggas in the hood. Verse 5, why should you be stricken anymore? So God is saying, listen, you guys are my people, you're my children, but why should I even punish you anymore? Yea, ye will revolt more and more. You guys are getting worse and worse and worse. The more God punishes you, the more demons you become. The more wicked. You got all these black strip clubs, you black women, man, you got something coming. You got something coming. You don't want to cover your body, you don't want to listen to your husband. Right? You want to keep listening to these pork chop pastors who keep telling you as long as you love Jesus, it's going to be okay. That's a goddamn lie. First of all, his name is Yahweh Shai HaMashiach, not Jesus. This book was translated into English. Why are you so stupid that you think that this book was just written in English and that's it? The whole head is sick. Verse 5, the whole head is sick and the whole heart faint. Yeah, your mind is weak. And the whole head is sick. The whole nation of Israel is sick right now. Why? Because 2/3 of y'all don't want to come back to God. Slaki. From the sole of the foot even unto the head, there is no soundness in it, but wounds and bruises and putrefying. That's you Israelites. With that, I want to say Shalom. All praise to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shah. Till the next video, Shalom.